Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something that can honestly change your relationships forever. It's a simple but really powerful idea from Gary Chapman's work, the 5 love languages. So, let's start with a feeling I think we've all had. You do something you think is super loving for your partner, something really special, and they barely even notice. It just falls flat. Okay, so why? Why does that happen? Let's get into it. Well, the thing is, the problem usually isn't a lack of love. It's a communication breakdown. It's kind of like you're speaking Portuguese and they're speaking Japanese. You're both saying, I love you, but the message just gets completely lost in translation. And this brings us right to the main idea, the love language. You see, the theory is that each of us has a primary way we really feel loved. And if our partner isn't speaking our language, all their affection might not even register. It's like it doesn't make a deposit in our emotional bank account. So what are these languages exactly? Well, it turns out there are 5 main ways that people express and also experience love. So here they are: words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. Understanding these is kind of like getting a user manual for the most important people in your life. All right, let's break down those first 3, and we're going to start with the incredible power of words. So for people whose #1 language is words of affirmation, hearing things like unsolicited compliments or words of encouragement, man, that's everything to them. And this isn't about them needing constant praise, it's just the main way they feel seen and truly valued. It's really simple. Hearing I love you or you did such a great job on that means more to this person than any gift you could buy or any chore you could do. And on the flip side, an insult can cut way deeper for them and just stick around a lot longer. Okay, next up we've got quality time. Now this one is all about giving someone your complete undivided attention. And I mean really undivided. No phones out, no TV on in the background, no distractions. It's just you and them, focused. What this does is it sends a massive signal that they are your priority, that you are choosing them over all the other stuff fighting for your attention. The third language is receiving gifts. Now hold on, because this one gets a bad rap. It is often misunderstood as just being about materialism, but that is not what it's about at all. Exactly. Because for someone who speaks this language, a gift is a real, tangible symbol that you are thinking of them. It's the thoughtfulness, you know? The effort behind it is what really counts. The smallest little thing can shout I love you way louder than 1,000 words ever could. Okay, now for the last 2 languages. These are really centered on action and on physical connection. For some people, that old saying is absolutely true. Actions speak way louder than words. This is the language of acts of service. So we're talking about things like doing the dishes when it's not your turn, taking out the trash without being asked, or running an errand for them. These can be huge expressions of love because what they do is ease the burdens of their daily life. It shows you're a team sharing the load. And last but not least, we have physical touch. And let me be clear, this language is not just about what happens in the bedroom. Right, a hug, holding hands while you're walking, a comforting touch on the arm during a tough conversation, these things can be incredibly affirming. For this person, physical presence and just being accessible are huge. And neglect in this area can feel like total abandonment. Okay, so now you know the 5 languages. The big question is, how in the world do you figure out which one is yours or your partner's? You can actually figure this out pretty easily with just a little bit of reflection. Really think about it. What truly fills up your emotional tank? And here's a big clue. Look at how you naturally show love to other people. Very often, the way you give love is the way you like to receive it. And this really gets to the heart of why this whole thing is so important. That initial in-love obsession, the honeymoon phase, it always fades. It just does. Lasting relationships, the ones that go the distance, they require intentional love. And that means making a conscious choice to speak your partner's language, especially when it doesn't feel natural or easy for you. This whole idea flips the script from, why don't you love me the way I want, to, how can I love you in the way that you'll feel it? It's about taking responsibility, especially when your partner seems distant. It's about deciding to be the first one to step up, to fill their love tank, even if yours feels a little empty. And this goes way beyond just making happy couples happier.
Maybe the most powerful part of this whole concept is learning how to love someone whose love tank is completely empty, someone who might even seem, unlovely in that moment. It gives you a tool to break those negative cycles by choosing to act in a loving way, filling that deep, deep need for security. So if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. Love is a choice. It's a choice you get to make every single day. The real question is, what language are you going to choose to speak?